Hey, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with a reading. That one just flew out. What was that? Seven of Pentacles. All right. What is it that you're looking at something? Okay. Three of Pentacles. What is crossing you? Maybe it's time for you to start thinking about working with other people again. Seven of Cups. Trying to make some decisions. Maybe confused a little about decisions. Ten of Cups in the recent past. Okay. What else do we have here? The Death card is what's on your mind. Needing to end something. King of Swords in the near future. How people are seeing you is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. What's in your environment? Well, that's way too many cards. I just saw the Five of Swords and the High Priestess, but let's keep shuffling. What's in the environment? What do we got here? Two of Wands. Again, needing to make a decision. Once you gain some clarity, okay? Knight of Pentacles and the hopes and fears financially. You need to watch your spending. And the Hermit. Pull back your energy. Two of Cups is the overall energy. This is about ending a relationship. It's almost like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Okay? I feel like in the past, there was this like happily ever after feeling, making a home with somebody but now I feel like, do you even want to put any more energy into this situationship? Because what's on your mind is ending it. Death, transformation. It can't go on any further the way things have been going. I feel like it's been very confusing. For some of you, there could be a third party in the mix, okay? But I feel like you put a lot of time and energy and effort into this relationship. And I feel like you're looking for your happily ever after with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. These are the two best tens in the tarot is the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. But this is like long term, things that have been built up long term. And it's like, unless there is, people putting in energy into a situation, it's going to have to end regardless. Or there's going to have to be a transformation in the way things are done. But I do feel like this is about partnerships. Now, this could also be about a business partnership. Okay? Things have to transform. And I think that you need to really look at, what is coming to an end in your life. What is coming to an end in your life? What is it that you want to invest in? What kind of partnerships do you want to invest in your life that's actually going to make you very happy? But I think that you need to take things slowly. I feel like you really need to, maybe embody this King of Swords energy. Maybe it's time for you to look at the Carfax. Maybe it's time for you to, it's like checks and balances is what I'm getting. Before you make that next jump into something. Because I'm not really seeing any movement here, because I do see like these are stagnant. I see things ending. I see that horse moving forward. Things are ending, and maybe the things that are ending have been just like this smoke and mirrors. It's like trying to make, something out of nothing, trying to turn a relationship into something when does it even really make you happy? I think for some of you, you're realizing like you invested so much time and energy and effort into something and it's just not paying off, or it's already paid off everything it's going to. And so I think it's time for you to start thinking about your new relationships and who you want to embody to be able to be, align towards new relationships. But I think I feel like you've had some false people in your life. 2 sevens to me is false people. False relationships. So with the Death card and the 2 tens, that tells me there's a wrapping up. And it's time for you to get honest with yourself about what it is that you've been doing and any type of, patterns that you've gotten yourself into. And I think that Mercury, I see the wings up here. These are the wings of Mercury. I feel like this is Mercury in Leo now. And I do feel like there are going to be some abrupt endings in relationships. Some people are going to be single. You're going to decide, I need to be single for a while. I need to invest in myself. I need to decide on what my next, path is. Somebody here could have gone very cold on you with the King of Swords. I feel like this is about you learning lessons, though. This is absolutely about you learning lessons. The major arcanas do hold the most weight in a reading. And the two major arcanas that you received was the Death card, which is exactly what it is, endings. You can beg for death not to come. See how they're begging? But death is already here. So it's the end. And now it's time for you to go within is what it's asking you. For some of you, it's about getting yourself a mentor. Maybe it's time for you to talk to someone. Because I do feel like there is still hope and optimism. And I don't feel like this is depressing at all. I just feel like it's like, that you can't put any more energy into something. And for a lot of you, because it's the Two of Cups, it's the overall energy. Now, whether this is like the physical death of a partner or someone in your life, or this is the death of a relationship, or even a partnership that you have with yourself. Maybe it's time for you to think about where you aren't seeing eye to eye with yourself. Isn't that the Ouroboros, the two snakes, right? This is about healing in relationships. Maybe there's relationships that you left behind. Somebody may be like, man, maybe I shouldn't have ended that relationship. Maybe I shouldn't have burned that bridge. And I do feel like somebody at a distance from you is wanting to communicate with you about something. And I feel like they could be across the globe, at a different part of the world. I don't feel like they're making the moves just yet because I'm not seeing that here. I'm seeing what they're trying to decide on what they want to say to you because they know that when they come in, they're going to have to come in correct. And maybe it took this person, getting some type of wise counsel for them to, gain the clarity of what they needed so that they can come back, because it's going to have to be through changed behavior that someone can come back in. And that's why, we're not the ruler of time. Patience is everything. And I kept seeing the temperance card as I was shuffling earlier off camera. So, temperance is, needing to temper ourselves and realizing that we can't control time. Right? Everything has its time and its space. And it's when, see the star in here? It's when the stars are aligned. And maybe that's the star in this self-imposed prison, which is not a bad space. This is a time for you to reflect, rethink, revisit. Maybe there's relationships that, we let go of that, we are kind of like, wow, why did I let that person go? And now we have to learn all there is to learn about it. And if you want to bring that person back into the fold, it's going to take some reflection on, why things went down the way that they did. And this includes exes coming back, especially because it's Mercury retrograde. And this is when people from the past seem to resurface. But, that's because they're thinking about you. That's because, depending on the aspect of where that is hitting in your chart, it's going to bring those things to the surface because it's we're so busy moving forward and sometimes demolishing things. You see him with the sword here. This, excuse me. This is about you slashing away, and maybe you slashed away at a partnership that was actually, beneficial to your life. And I think it's going to take you, somebody speaking to a mentor, somebody speaking to someone who has information that you need. This person stands on this stool for a reason, and it's because they have some type of higher knowledge. And I see that here through the Hermit, which is a very spiritual card. This is Virgo energy. We also have Scorpio energy here with the Death card. Some of you are going to have to let something or someone go in order to move forward. I think you already know what that is. And it's like, if this is a relationship, romantic or whatever, and you've put in a lot of energy and it's just left you in a place of confusion and not knowing where you stand, not knowing where you want, you don't have to wait until it gets toxic for you to decide, you know what, maybe it's time for me to let this go, because my soul is yearning to learn something new. And I have the world in the palm of my hands, and I could go out and I can do anything. Where do you want to plant the seed next? Where do you want to, plant roots? Maybe for some of you, this is about roots, and where in the world do you want that to happen? Okay? Where in the world? Some of you, it's a different country. He's got the world in the palm of his hands. Where do you want to go? And then start doing your research. I see this person looking out upon the horizon. He's not moving forward. He's sitting there. He's frozen in time. These are both Virgo cards, by the way. Now, I'm not saying you're a Virgo, and I'm not saying, but Virgos are very realistic. There's a lot of pentacles here. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So this is very stable energy, needing stability in your life. And how are you going to create that stability? And I think for a lot of you, you are looking over your finances, and I think you're thinking about ending something. And I think that you're preparing for that. And I think that it comes from a very mature space, because you're looking at the reality of your situation and you're like, if I want to be able to travel in life, if I want to be able to buy or purchase a home or a farm or whatever, what do I need to do to experience that? I think there's a lot of confusion. But I don't think that you realize that you're coming into something. There could be money that is coming into you, and it's coming in very slowly. And I feel like for some of you, this is like a lottery win. I don't always call that, but $10 a month isn't going to hurt you to go out and, as long as you're not breaking the bank or whatever, playing the lottery would not hurt. I don't usually, say that, but I am seeing 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, come out of the poverty mindset is what I want to say. Some of you did have a loved one pass away, and when that happened, it felt like, I just lost my happy home life, and I'm sorry, my condolences to you. And you're confused. You're like, well, what do I do now? And Spirit says, well, talk to somebody, speak to a mentor. It's time for you to start reevaluating your life and how you've been living it, and what do you want to do next? Where do you want to go? What do you want to build? And I feel like this is a time for you to do some introspection. And before you move forward, I feel like you need to go within and ask yourself, some of these tough questions. This King of Swords here is very pivotal in all of this. And for some of you, I am saying too, maybe you need to, there could be some type of a religious advisor or spiritual advisor that you could be talking to. But the star is here. So healing and help. My suggestion is stay optimistic, because I feel like all these change, whatever is leaving your life is for the benefit. And you have to see that as a benefit. Get honest with yourself. Spirit just keeps saying, get honest with yourself. This is to help break you through. Again, you have to let something go, let something die so something new can, come in. And it's going to come in slowly because it has to integrate itself. When one door closes, new doors open, and you don't want to make any mistakes because it's going to bring you your 10 of Pentacles. It's something that's going to be long lasting. And that's what Saturn, is all about. Saturn's doing some, shit in the sky right now too. So this really is about long term and, getting serious about where you're going in life. And if it's not going to bring you long-term success, then it has to go. If whatever it is that you're doing is bringing confusion and you have to wonder where you stand in all of this, you stand nowhere. Time for you to start reevaluating, rethinking, reiterating, redoing, resting, and realizing where this is all going to take you, and it will align you to the right partnerships that are going to get you to that space. So a lot to unravel here, you guys. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. I love you guys so very much. Thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel. If you are interested in signing up for my newsletter, email me at thefootstepstopeace@gmail.com with your name and your email address, and I will personally get you signed up. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram under The Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. Take care, you guys, and we will chat again soon.